So I'm 3/4 of a century old, and I figured it's time I finally decided what I want to be when I grow up. So I thought, I want to be a golf pro. I've got a lot of friends who like to golf, and they talk how wonderful it is. But I would just get so frustrated trying to putt to get the ball at the right timing on the windmill. And if you made it past the windmill, you had that clown mouth at the end there. Yeah, I learned you got to hit the ball while the mouth is down, because if you wait till it's open, it's going to be closed. You know, I did not need that irritation in my life. So I figured, well, what else is out there? I said, I want to be a flight attendant. I want to be first on the ground floor of the really cool stuff that happens, the miracles. You know the miracles I'm talking about? Like, I'm checking in for a flight, the guy ahead of me, his suitcase weighs 52 pounds, and the attendant says, I'm sorry, sir, your bag is 2 pounds overweight. You got to get rid of the extra weight. So this guy opens up the bag, takes the 2 pounds out, puts it in his backpack, and heads off to the gate. And guess what? The plane did not crash. Absolutely amazing. It's a miracle, I'm telling you. And then the other miracle. Remember back during COVID, you had to have your 6 feet between people when you were checking your bag, when you're buying your ticket. But once you get on the plane, all you need is an empty center seat, and you're protected from a deadly pandemic. It was amazing. There's somebody 18 inches ahead of you, 18 inches behind you, hacking out a lung, but it doesn't matter. You got that spare seat. You're going to be safe. It's a miracle, I'm telling you. But the best miracle of all was at the boarding gate. You remember seeing the 10 or 12 people in wheelchairs, you know, for pre-boarding, and they're all getting on early, and everybody's waiting, coming behind them. A couple hours later, the plane lands. Not a one of those people needs a wheelchair to get off. They have all been healed. I'm telling you, it's a miracle. That's what I wanted to do. So I figured I used to fly more to go to weddings. Now I'm flying more to go to funerals. And frankly, weddings are a little bit more fun, okay? So I said, I want to be a wedding planner. Now, I'd never planned any wedding. The only wedding I had any planning to do with was my own, and I had to plan to be at the right place at the right time, and I had to plan where I was going to return the rented tuxedo afterwards. So I said, I better learn something about wedding planning. I'm going to get myself a little chapel. I'm going to move to Vegas. I'm going to hire an Elvis impersonator. It's going to be great, but I didn't know anything about it. So I found a course online, Wedding Planning for Dummies. Well, I certainly qualified in that regard. And there was a lot of stuff that I did not know about wedding planning. And in fact, one of the things that they teach you, there's a top 10 list, 5 items that weddings and funerals, how they are similar and how they differ. And it's important for a good wedding planner to know the difference, okay? So we're just going to go through, and you can find these online. So for instance, the top 5 ways weddings are like funerals. Number 5. Weddings and funerals both begin with the words, dearly beloved, we're gathered here today. Okay? The number 4 way that weddings and funerals are similar is that people say nice things about the guest of honor, even stretching the truth if they need to. The number 3 way that weddings are like funerals, someone's always crying at both weddings and funerals, and most of them didn't even have to pay for the thing, okay? The number 2 way that weddings are like funerals, both include a reception with lots of food, which the honorees rarely get to eat. And the number 1 way that weddings and funerals are similar is that the honorees wear makeup and their hair has been recently styled. Phenomenal. Now, there are ways that they are different, and a good wedding planner needs to know the ways they're different. For instance, number 5 ways they're unlike funerals. At funerals, the honorees look peaceful. In the weddings, the honorees are sweating bullets, right? Number 4 way that weddings are unlike funerals. Wedding receptions are attended by the honorees, and funeral receptions not so much, okay? The number 3 way is that wedding honorees arrive in a shiny black limousine. Funeral honorees arrive in a shiny black hearse. Now, the number 2 way that these are unlike is that wedding limo may be decorated with the words just married, but the funeral hearse will never be decorated with the words just dead. The number 1 way that weddings and funerals are different, funerals you can prepay for, weddings you're going to pay for the rest of your life. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ASAP. Thank you, Scandals. God bless you all. Let's welcome our host back.